Hey, YouTube. All right, this is Shaquille here, and I'm just doing a quick video because I haven't done one in a long time, and I kind of got to get the video rust out. But I actually decided to make a quick video because I keep running into the same questions over and over, and I'm actually going to put it into a course that's going to be available for everybody. But the reason that I'm posting this video is because I understand, forgive my poor handwriting, but I'm actually asked a couple questions over and over. And as you know, I work with Capture More, and what we do is we have a outsourced sales agency, right? So we're consultancy, outsourced sales. We help develop your leads, help develop your sales process. But in order to do that, there's some information that you need to have ready at the go. And so I actually want to educate you rather than sell you on something that I have. I just want to educate people, and this is what the reason of this video is. So I hope that this video finds you well and that you're able to actually get some value out of it. Excuse me. So there are a couple of questions that I'm commonly asked. And as you guys know, I actually posted a video about a year ago about freelancing on Fiverr. And, you know, there's a lot of new business owners that are on Fiverr looking to actually increase their business. They want to work with people and they want to learn more about their you know, sales process, or they want to find people who they can work with to help them develop marketing, sales, graphic design, etc. Now, as you guys know, I have a gig that I posted that was specifically for telecommunication and cold calling. Now, what I've done is I've actually developed sort of a consultancy around that gig. And so it started from freelance, and it actually has grown its way up to the point where I actually have an agency. We have automated lead development, email marketing, etc. But there's some information that you're going to need to know before you work with me if you want to optimize your results, because I've been doing this long enough that I've seen specific patterns, and I understand that not everybody has been doing this for a long time. And I can tell when you've been working in your industry for 5+ years or 3+ years, and when you're fresh in the industry. And so a lot of people, they're fresh in starting a business, they're new, they don't know what to do. And so there are questions that they have. Here are some of the questions that I'm commonly asked that I think if you address before we work together, then you will be able to get much better results when we work together, if that makes sense. So one of the first questions that comes up is, can you set appointments for me, right? So you're looking for someone in sales. You're looking for someone who can help you develop your marketing, your sales process, and you want to know, can you set appointments? Now, the answer is always, of course, yes, right? But the question is, are you prepared? Do you have the process in place, or do you need development on that process, right? So when you come up to somebody, it's like actually saying, I go to a personal trainer, right? And I go to the personal trainer and I say, hey, man, can you train me? The personal trainer will say, yeah, sure, of course I can train you. But do you actually know what kind of goals you have? What are your goals when it comes to personal training, right? Are you looking to lean out? Are you looking to bulk up? Are you looking to do Pilates? Are you looking to be more flexible? There's different trainers, different styles, different goals for what you want to accomplish, right? And so one of the things that you want to want to have in mind, right, when you're approaching somebody who can help you, is specifically looking at what can you provide that can help them do their job better, right? And so one of the things is you want to know, can I set appointments for you? The answer is yes, people can do it. But unless you specifically provide questions about what it is that you want, that they can help you with, that you can basically say, can you tackle this specific industry? Can you tackle this specific market? Have you seen a sales process such as this? Here are some examples of other sales processes in which I've worked with. And so these are things in which you can bring to the company you work with, right? And say, okay, you know what? This actually helps out a lot because now we know what the basis is that we can work together, right? And so that's just number one. And I'm going to go briefly over this, and I want to go further into future videos. But as you guys know, I'm just working on my presentation right now, and I just want to get content out there. So I hope that you can get anything out of this, right? So question number 2 that I'm commonly asked is, what industries do you work with? Now, specifically, if you reach out to somebody and you want to know what kind of work they've done, you can ask them for samples, work samples, previous work, hey, what industries have you worked with? This is a question that's very important. And these are questions that I'm commonly asked that I think actually lead to the right direction when we're working together. So if somebody asks you what industry you work with, specifically for me, my example and for my company is we've worked with a lot of agencies that are looking to scale their service-based industry. And also we've worked with startups that are looking for sales development, specifically in a new market, an emerging market, and they want to do market research. So there's analytics involved. Right. So these are two areas in which we have worked with that we've actually liked working with. We said, hey, we have worked with a customer like you in the past, and we would love to continue working on that basis because, we have experience and knowledge in this field. If I don't have experience and knowledge in this field, if you're looking for somebody who, wants to give you the best results, find somebody who speaks your language. Right. Excuse me. This is super important. As you can see, when you're looking online, you're scouring the web, there's a lot of options out there. So knowing what you want ahead of time is going to save you a ton of time, right? Okay, so third is going to be, what does your sales process look like? Now, this is a question you can ask somebody, but this is also a question somebody may ask you, because if I come prepared knowing what my sales process looks like, now I can go to somebody and say, hey, you have something to work with. Like, I'm giving you the building blocks. Now make something better out of what exists. Here's what we've done so far. Here's what we've seen that's worked. Now I can basically, you can save time saying, hey, people come up to me and they want to know, hey, I don't know what to do. I don't know about sales. I don't know about this and that. Hey, I have a course for that. I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you a link. Go through it. Develop what you need to be able to actually have your bread and butter, right? To grow, to get some consistent sales in the first place, or even any sales, or even one sale. And then let's go from there, because we have something to work with, because not everybody's the same. Now, if you're working in an industry that's highly competitive, or if it's already been done before, then you get it that, there's templated processes and there's things that you can pull off from online. That's no problem. The question is, are you ready and are you able to go to somebody, hire somebody, work with somebody who then you can say, hey, in this consistent process, this is what we've seen has worked. I would love to get your feedback, your expertise. What can you do to provide to our process? Hey, we have A, B, and C. Hey, I can tell you the whole thing. Or, hey, I only have a certain portion of it that I can help you with. So you want to know what your sales process looks like. If you want to learn more about that, I'm going to have a course specifically for that, because it's so important. You want to know your ideal customer profile, and you want to know what niche you're working in, because you want to tailor what you're doing to the personas and the people that you're talking to, right? You don't go to you don't market to everybody the same way. So that's very important. Number 4 is, and we're getting to the end here. I want to keep it short, but what do I need to get started? Now, basically everything that I'm going over are some of the main topics that are floating in my head that I wanted to get out, because these are some of the things that are essential in getting started when you're growing your business, right? Knowing who your customer is, knowing what industry you want to work with, knowing, who can help me with what portion of my business that I'm not good at, what portion do I have mapped out. So basically, if you were to draw a grid, you were able to fill out every box. You would be able to say X, Y, Z, I have this done, customer. So what I would suggest is pull up like a lean canvas, pull up some sort of business building tool online, and I'll actually link some resources in the courses that I'm going to have here and presented here very soon on the channel. But you want to basically grow as much as you can on paper and say, hey, from what I've seen, here's the type of customer. Here's where I've seen that they've been located. Here is, here's some of the things that I have. I have the ability to scale marketing via email or calls. That's what we do. Or I have the ability, here's what I'm good at. Here's what I need. Here, I'm good at sales. I need organization, right? Now, these are specifically tailored to you. You just want to put as much as you can in brain dump and say, here's what I have. Here's what I'm good at. Here's the people that I know. Here's my previous experience. Here's who I can work with. Here's how I can tailor specific content for who I'm working with that will be valuable, right? And the last question is, how do I optimize or maximize for results? Now, this is going to go back, and I don't want to be repetitive, but this is going to be basically where you're going to say, hey, I've already done the work. I've already taken the courses online. I've already done pre-work. I've already built out a manual. I've already built out scripts. I've already built out or looked up where I can get leads. I've already seen how I can develop here. I've already seen how I can refine my data, all of the above. And this is the information that's going to help you really develop and grow your business. And so if you do this ahead of time, you're actually going to see a huge boost in your productivity. You're gonna have something to rely on and a manual to kind of go from rather than starting from nothing. And so that's what the point of this video is to just go through YouTube videos, go through more content such as this, and build out kind of a synopsis, a book, a owner's manual for what you're doing, where you want to go, and build out kind of some things on paper so that if you had a conversation, you could practice and say, hey, if I was on Shark Tank, what would I say? What's my business? Who do I see potentially as my customer? These are questions you just want to keep asking yourself and keep researching and keep looking. Hey, maybe this type of business would be receptive to my offer, right? And so these are things you want to get down. This is why I believe education is so important in this space. It's lacking right now. I've noticed that there's a huge gap. People are starting a business, but they're not really educating themselves on their process or how they can develop themselves on the process. So there's just a huge lack of the understanding. And what I want to do is I want to help as many people as possible. And this is Shaquille with Capture More Business. I hope you got a lot of value out of this. I hope I was not too all over the place and I was to the point. My goal is to provide you as much value as possible, as quickly as possible, so you can grow and capture more business for your company and your team. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I hope you stay tuned for more videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to know what you would love to hear next. Thank you.